In the heart of Bengal, where lush green mangroves meet the salty sea, lies a small village near Haldia. For generations, the people here have lived alongside the wild, sharing their home with the magnificent but fearsome Bengal tiger. But lately, something had changed. The tigers, once elusive shadows, were growing bolder, their roars echoing closer and closer to the village huts each night. Fear was a constant companion, a heavy blanket that smothered the usual joy of village life. Children were forbidden from playing near the forest edge, and fishermen hesitated to cast their nets in the familiar creeks. Among the worried faces was a young boy named Aniket. He wasn't the strongest or the loudest, but he had a keen eye and a thoughtful mind. He had grown up hearing tales of the Sundarbans from his grandfather's stories, not just of the tiger's power but of their wisdom and their deep connection to the forest. While others saw only a monster in the striped predator, Aniket saw a creature pushed to its limits. He noticed the river levels were higher than usual, flooding the tiger's traditional hunting grounds. He saw how the deer, their primary prey, had become scarce. The tigers weren't attacking out of malice. They were attacking out of desperation and hunger. Aniket knew that fighting the tigers with fear and anger would only lead to more tragedy on both sides. He remembered his grandfather's words, "To live with the forest, you must understand its language." So he began to observe. He spent days from a safe distance, tracking the tigers' movements. He mapped their new paths, noting where they crossed the river and where they rested during the day. He saw how they avoided certain sounds and smells. An idea, brave and unconventional, began to form in his mind. He went to the village elders, his heart pounding but his voice steady. He explained his observations. He proposed a plan not of confrontation but of coexistence. Instead of building higher fences to keep the tigers out, he suggested creating a path to guide them away. The elders were skeptical, a boy telling them how to handle a threat they had faced their whole lives. It seemed foolish. But the desperation in the village was so great and the conviction in Aniket's eyes was so clear that they agreed to listen. Following Aniket's detailed maps, the villagers worked together. They cleared a specific corridor along the far edge of the village, away from the homes and livestock. Along this new path, they left offerings of fish and other food sourced from safer areas, creating a buffer zone. It was a huge risk. On one side of the village, they reinforced their boundaries with rattling tin cans and fences woven with pungent herbs that tigers disliked. On the other, they created an open, inviting trail leading deep back into the forest, away from human settlement. The first few nights were tense. Every rustle in the bushes sent a wave of anxiety through the village. But then something remarkable happened. The tiger tracks, once found perilously close to their homes, started appearing along the new corridor. The late-night roars grew more distant. The tigers, given a choice between a difficult, protected village and an easy food-laden path back to their territory, chose the path of least resistance. They were not monsters to be defeated, but intelligent creatures responding to their environment. Aniket's bravery wasn't in facing a tiger with a weapon, but in facing a deep-seated fear with understanding and empathy. He didn't just save his village from attacks. He restored the delicate balance between the people and the forest. The boy from Haldia became a local hero, a living reminder that sometimes the greatest courage lies in choosing wisdom over warfare. His story is now told to the children, not as a tale of fighting a beast, but of learning to listen to the whispers of the wild. Thanks for watching, and if you found this story inspiring, please like and subscribe for more.